Hey YouTubers, I was reading NJ.com yesterday from my office at work, and there was an article regarding Mullica Township, New Jersey, that caught my eye. And the article had to deal with a municipal ordinance that the Mullica Township Committee was trying to pass. For those of you that aren't familiar with local government in New Jersey, each one of the state's 500 plus towns has the right to pass a local law called a municipal ordinance. Now, the problem that comes to play is that the municipalities aren't passing local ordinances to protect the health and welfare of their residents. They're passing local laws for the purpose of curtailing or encumbering their residents' civil liberties. And Mullica Township is an example of that. Now, the ordinance at play in Mullica Township was what they call the Peace and Good Welfare Ordinance. But in reality, the ordinance itself was 122 words and essentially would allow a police officer to detain and charge somebody for basically everything tantamount to loitering, to riding a bicycle on a sidewalk, and it was ridiculous. This ordinance is a successor of an ordinance which was invalidated as unconstitutional by a state superior court judge in 1999 that the Mullica Township Committee passed. And there are two other examples of local laws in New Jersey that I think go to show you exactly how ridiculous some of these people that run for local office can be. And the one is the Ocean City Baggy Pants Ordinance. And there was actually a discrimination challenge against that, but I feel that that's borderline in terms of legitimacy because the state was able to advance an ostensible reason how it protected welfare and safety. But let me tell you a little bit about that ordinance. In 2009, there was this old hag who was chairman of the Ocean City Republican Party. And for whatever reason, she didn't like the appearance that the young people wearing baggy pants had on the boardwalk. So she urged the Republican members of the Ocean City Council to pass an ordinance known as the Baggy Pants Ordinance. And it would prohibit those wearing baggy pants to travel the boardwalk. Well, the whole problem with the ordinance, number one, yes, it is advancing a safety issue. People tripping, people getting hurt, people causing further stuff. But I mean, how ridiculous is that? I mean, what are you going to say? Oh, I don't like the inseam of your pants or this and that. No, there's no way to enforce the ordinance, and that in and of itself makes it vague and ambiguous and unconstitutional. But then, to caveat that, on the other side of the spectrum, Rahway passed an ordinance in 1994 because they wanted to separate party politics from municipal government. And the ordinance prohibited any person who contributed to a political party in the borough from being employed in a municipal position or influencing a municipal elected official in their official capacity, or thirdly, from soliciting political donations on municipal property or at municipal events. I like that ordinance. I think that ordinance was brilliant. I think that it had a legitimate purpose, and I think that it was easy to understand and to comprehend. But in the same token, I like the ordinance, but I don't think that was constitutionally sound either. I think that it wouldn't. I don't think that it would withstand a First Amendment challenge post McCutcheon. And I think that the right of association under the First Amendment invalidates everything that ordinance tried to promulgate. What I want right now is I want the Mullica Township Council and elected officials in Atlantic County to watch this video and to think twice before they waste taxpayers' money on defending what's arguably an unconstitutional ordinance.